Hi, my name is Sasha. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my 5-star predictions for 2020. This is a video about all the books that I think I'm going to rate 5 stars in 2020, and I plan to read all of these. I'm going to look back at the end of 2020 and see if I read all of them. And hopefully I have, because I really want to read more books that I know I'm going to like. And I'm pretty confident that I'm going to like most of these books. The first book I have on here is one that I own, and that is The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. Isn't it so pretty? It's just one of the prettiest books I've ever seen. I enjoyed The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I'm due for a reread because I haven't read it in a long time. But this was everything I liked in a book. It was circus, it was battles, it was character driven, the prose was gorgeous. Everyone knows Erin Morgenstern can write prose. And she outdid herself with The Night Circus. I can't believe this was a debut. And she wrote this during NaNoWriMo, I believe. That's unbelievable. And so I think that The Starless Sea is going to be another book that I really enjoy from her. It has to do with the library, I believe, and a magic book, and this magical underworld, and there's a romance, and it just sounds like everything I want. So that's why I put it on this list. The next books on here are the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson. So I didn't know a lot about the Mistborn series until recently, when I saw Chandler Ainsley do her video, her taste test for the Peruse Project, for Reagan, who everybody knows because she's one of the biggest booktubers out there. And also, my friend Stephanie over at Miss Richards Reads has been doing reviews on them for her Manic Monday book reviews. And the more I learn about it, the more I think I'm going to enjoy it. And it's got a female protagonist, which for some reason I thought that it was a male protagonist. But I'm much more attracted to fantasies, like high fantasy with female protagonists. And I don't know a lot about it, but I just have this gut feeling like I'm going to enjoy it. Does anybody else ever get that gut feeling like they're just going to enjoy a series or a book? Because I have that for the Mistborn series. The next books on here are the Nevernights Trilogy by J. Kristoff. I love assassin books and books where they worship death gods, just the celebration of death and murder. That sounds really weird, but it's so intriguing and dark, and I love dark things. And this is supposedly very, very dark and violent, which does not bother me at all. It actually attracts me to the series. And there's a giant cat, I believe, as a companion. And I've just seen people being destroyed by the series, and I want to be destroyed too. So that's why I have it on this list. Next on here is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. I have heard about this book so much. Especially on Book Twitter. Book Twitter raves about this book. And it's a queer story about the son of the president and the son of the royal family in Britain falling in love. And that's just everything I need. I love me a good queer romance, and this sounds like it's going to be fantastic. Next on here, I have 2 books by the same author. So the first one is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I had to remember what her name was. She has a long name. But anyway, I love reading books about famous people. I know a lot of people don't like that, but there's something about hearing about these glamorous lives of people and just all the details and the sordid, scandalous details of their lives, masked by all this glamour and high society. Like, I love that. And so this is about Evelyn Hugo, who is telling the story of her life and the 7 men she married to a journalist. And that just sounds so much fun. And apparently it's very moving, I believe. There's mysteries, there's beauty in it, and I can't wait to read it. The next book is Davy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is the only other copy of these books that I have. I plan to get the rest from the library. But, okay, so people keep comparing this Davy Jones and the Six to Fleetwood Mac, and I love Fleetwood Mac. Like, I would die for Stevie Nicks. She is amazing, and I can't. If this is anything like Fleetwood Mac, I will love this book. And it's told in like a Rolling Stones kind of interview, which just is so intriguing to me. And I know that people say you should listen to it on audiobook, so I'm probably going to listen to it on audiobook and read it at the same time. And I'm so excited. Next is Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. We all know that Kat from Paperback Dreams cried while talking about this book multiple times, and that started the kind of hysteria around Radio Silence. And all I know about it is that it's about a podcast, and there's this girl who loves the podcast, and that's literally all I know about it. But it's another one of those gut feelings. If it inspired so much love in other people, I want to have even a fraction of that love for a book, and that's why it's pushing me towards Radio Silence, and I think that I will enjoy it. Next is Wilder Girls by Rory Power. This is a horror novel, kind of a Lord of the Flies-esque retelling, about these girls stuck at a school while this pox is taking over the world. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about this, but a lot of them seem to be because people are grossed out by body horror, and I am a huge fan of body horror. I think the human body is one of the most disgusting, horrifying things on the planet, and we all have to live encased in one, and that's why we're so scared of anything to do with horror with the human body. And so I am very intrigued. There's also apparently kind of a female-female romance in this. There's hints of it. I haven't heard a definite yes or no on that, but that just pushes me towards it more. I love sapphic books. That's my brand. I love sapphic books. So I'm looking forward to this. The second to last books on this list is The Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater. I have been told by numerous people that I should read The Raven Cycle, and I plan to do that this year. I love a soft fantasy. There's apparently a queer romance in this, and there's just if you've been on BookTube for any amount of time, you know the craziness around the fandom, how rabid they are about how much they love The Raven Cycle and now Call Down the Hawk. So, like I said, I want even a fraction of that love for a book, and so I plan to read The Raven Cycle and try to absorb that love inside my body. I just want to love a book that hard again. I haven't loved a book that hard since Sawkill Girls, and I need to feel that again. The series on here is the Diviners series by Libba Bray. I really enjoyed the Gemma Doyle trilogy by Libba Bray. I don't think that's talked about as much because it was published a while ago, but I read it when I was a teenager and I loved it. And so now there's this set into the 1920s, people with special powers. There's this evil king of crows or something. The last book is coming out, I think, and I want some of the hype. I'm getting FOMO. I don't want to miss out on the Diviners hype, although it's, know it's coming to an end, but I'm just excited to get to this because I really want to know why everyone is so excited about this series. That is all for me. If you have any of your 5-star predictions, I'd love to hear them. Tell me if there's any books that you've given 5 stars that you think that I would like, because I'm always looking for more. I am trying to do, like, 2020 is a year of self-care, especially with reading. We're reading only books that we are gonna like. That's the mood for 2020. Yeah, so thank you for watching. That's all from me for now, and I will see you in the next one.